Hello everybody, this is Danielle and welcome to my YouTube channel Danielle Style, where we deal with topics from business to style. Today's topic, the legalization of Mary Jane in Trinidad and Tobago was a bad idea. I'm using the phrase Mary Jane. I know that you all are not slow out there and you know what that term means. I'm using that term because I do not want my video to get flagged and all that. And the algorithm may want to not recommend it if I use one of the, words like the one that starts with M. So, legalizing Mary Jane in Trinidad and Tobago was a bad idea. This is my opinion. I'll just go over a couple of the advantages and disadvantages of Mary Jane. One advantage, which I really like, it helps with pain in patients with chronic illnesses like cancer. Another advantage, it is relaxing when you use it. So it eases stress. And all of us need to work, and you all know how some of us need to ease the stress of work. Some of us. A couple of the disadvantages of Mary Jane. It may cause psychosis, paranoia, etc. in certain people. So you know how people used to joke about the little green men? Well, it seems that some people actually see these things when they use Mary Jane. That's not a good idea. That's not good. Because the person may think that they are going crazy and they may act in a particular way which may be dangerous to themselves and others. Another disadvantage of the use of Mary Jane, some slow people are going to become slower. It impairs your judgment. So can you imagine if you're driving a vehicle, or maybe if you're driving a large vehicle, for example, a container truck, a truck that carries load. In Trinidad and Tobago, things like maxis, buses. But let me just tell you all my major reason for this legalizing of Mary Jane. Legalizing, I believe, in Trinidad and Tobago of this Mary Jane was a ploy to appease the grassroots, meaning the lower class in Trinidad for the upcoming election. They want to widen the separation of classes. For example, you know how they say that the middle class is getting smaller, and most in the middle class are actually falling into the lower class instead of going up to the wealthy? Well, alright. And remember that the more disadvantaged lower class people there are, the more people that they could try to exploit to get a vote so that they could stay in power. So another thing with the legalizing, I believe that the same number basically of people in the different classes, in the lower, middle and upper classes, I believe the same number of people use Mary Jane. However, somehow most persons in the lower class are being convicted for having Mary Jane in their possession, for smoking it, for selling it, etc. Alright, we know that is happening. We could see what is going on. That politicians, ex-stepdaughter, etc., let's not call any names. Ahem. Alright? So, more of the lower class is going to get convicted or get into trouble. Alright? The police, as we know, they like to stop the teeters. They like to stop the B13s. They like to stop the rastas. And oh gosh, if they see a Rasta in a B13 or in a TIDA, just know you're getting stopped now. Know you're getting stopped. So when they're arresting these smokers of the Mary Jane, they getting fined. One part of the new law dealing with the Mary Jane is you're supposed to have a particular amount on your person, right? Now, as we all know, there are people who sell Mary Jane in each class. But they see in the lower class people with the TIDAs and the B13s, alright, and the Rastas and stuff. They're stopping them. Those of them, those who may happen to be sellers, Mary Jane sellers, okay, and dealers, they will obviously have more than the recommended amount on you because you're selling, right? Or they're getting in trouble, right? Or they will be getting fined. So you're already poor. You're already trying to do a little something with the Mary Jane, and you're getting fined. That's an example of the poor getting poorer. And then another thing, if you want to step away from politics, I believe that Mary Jane is being used to exploit the lower class and keep us down. Now, yes, I fit into the lower class now because, honestly speaking, the amount of money that I'm making at this moment, yes, I am lower class, but I know to myself, I will be fixing up my stories, but that is not the point of this video. So my conclusion is, people out there, one, be careful. The lower classes are set to stay down. Remember, not everybody could be rich because then certain people, certain business people would not be able to make money. Those people who, for example, those higher purchase stores and all that, the poor people who may not be able to afford something cash, they will have to put something on credit, and all that interest, 33 etc% interest for a 3-year terms to pay a couch set. Hey, let me sit down on the floor because I'm not paying that. Then the politicians for elections, remember, whoever wants to be in power for elections, they will just have people spinning, and they doing what they want, eh? You all just remember that. So yes, the rest of the world, most of the rest of the world, they are already on the legalizing of the Mary Jane bandwagon, and we have now stepped on. But you all be careful with what you're doing out there. Remember to be ambitious and do what you need to do. And don't be held down and distracted by the Mary Jane, please. Feel free to subscribe to Danielle Style for more videos on Trinidad topics, Trinidad events, Trinidad Carnival. Catch you in my next video. Bye.